Hello and welcome back to Maximum Power. I'm Paul. Today I'm going to be looking back at another magazine. Magazine that's still going strong today. It is Gamesmaster, based on, well, the old TV show. Obviously the TV show was still going when this came out. This is issue 3 from March 1993. On the cover here we've got Mutant League Football, a game that came out on the Sega Mega Drive. Still never played it all these years on. So just going to have a quick flick through, have a look at a few of the main reviews, a few of the main stories, and just take it from there. So, first thing, you've basically got a bit of news there about, I don't know if anyone remembers it, the old Super Gun, which gave you a chance to play some of the old arcade boards, you know, in the comfort of your own home. Things are a lot easier nowadays. You've got, obviously, so many websites and so many sellers that actually make arcade cabinets and sell them with a load of games built in. So a lot cheaper, a lot easier to do nowadays compared to obviously just getting one board at a time. Although, I see that and I think back, you know, and you see like Double Dragon. Imagine playing that arcade at home, especially back in 1993. So, moving on. Just going to obviously get through this as quick as possible. First big advert in the magazine, game Sleepwalker, which came out on the Amiga. It was basically a comic relief game. I remember playing this a little bit. You had to obviously look after your master, control the dog, and make sure that he doesn't fall into any traps. It was like one of those, you know, bit of each sale goes towards comic relief. Just moving along. It's even weird now when you see things like this, even adverts, especially the 90s adverts, you know, just so wacky. But for shops like Woolworths, because, you know, it's been quite a few years now since Woolworths have gone under. So, moving along, we have got the charts. So, number 1, SNES chart, Super Mario Kart, followed by Bart's Nightmare, followed by Dragon Slayer. So, you know, this is early in the Super Nintendo life over here. On the Mega Drive, Streets of Rage 2, Road Rash 2, and Echo the Dolphin. On the Amiga, we have got Street Fighter 2. Again, absolutely awful. I can't say anything good about it. Premier Manager, which was an absolutely fantastic game. And then Sensible Soccer 92-93 season. And then you've got the charts for Game Gear, Atari Lynx, and Game Boy. So obviously it's before, you know, the big boom with all the CD consoles, such as like your CDI, your 3DO and everything like that. So, just going to move on. You've got a couple of pages there looking at the Gamesmaster TV show. Obviously it's quite a big deal, Gamesmaster. Held in very high regard now when we look back at it. It was always good to see a few celebrities taking part in some of the challenges. And when this magazine came out, I was like, wow, you know, I was only, what, 13, 14. So it was great to obviously get more of a Gamesmaster fix as well. So we have got a competition here. Win £1,000 worth of Sega games. Which, well, thinking of that, like as a kid, it'd be absolutely amazing. Really, really would. Even now, £1,000 worth of games as a prize. Yes, please. Showing a few of the key Sega games there as well, you know, Streets of Rage 2, your Sonic 2, Desert Strike. So, moving along, like I just mentioned, the 3DO a minute ago, this here is Trip Hawkins. He's basically bigging up his 3DO. One magazine I actually am going to have a look at, probably in a few videos time, is issue 1 of Edge magazine. Now, that came onto market again, 1993, and really it's when the whole industry started to change, so it's going to be fun to look back on that. You know, again, Edge, one of the few magazines that is still going today. We have got a Amiga preview with Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. I played, well, I think I played about once. I played the first one loads, but the second one just didn't really appeal to me. So, next up, a game that I absolutely hate, but then underneath it one I absolutely love. It is Bubsy the Bobcat on Super Nintendo. It was meant to be, obviously, a new platforming character. Thing is though, when you play it, it's just too fast and you just end up flying off a screen and getting killed. Ali from Retro Asylum, he absolutely loves it, and we've had so many conversations over this. But I just no, I'm just never going to agree with him on that. Underneath, we've got Tiny Toons on Super Nintendo, which is absolutely fantastic. Got loads of good reviews as well back in the day. Highly, highly recommended. We have got, like I say, I'm just going to whiz through this, a preview of Sunset Riders. Absolutely fantastic game. That's on the Mega Drive. Game that costs quite a lot of money now. I think it's still about £40–50 on the Mega Drive. If you want a Super Nintendo version, you're looking at a lot more. So, moving along. Competition for Echo the Dolphin. One of the first big reviews we have, Mick Faldo's Golf on the Amiga. They're given that 84%. And again, Gamesmaster used to have all these little breakdowns, just like the TV show. Now, I'm not into golf games. It's not something that I'd ever play. And looking at that, they all just look the same to me. I know that's a very sort of like pig-headed sort of thing to say, but it just does not appeal. Next up is a game I used to own. The one-on-one beat-em-ups were really popular around this time. We have got Ranma Half on Super Nintendo. We gave that 78%. It really wasn't that great a fighting game, but everyone sort of like owned Street Fighter 2, you know, if you had a Super Nintendo. So you'd be looking for different fighting games to try. I think that's one reason why so many people went for the Turtles Tournament Fighters, you know, when that came out. Next up, we have got Mutant League Hockey, as mentioned on the cover. Like I say, I've not played it, so I can't really comment on it, but we're giving that 76%. Then we've got an advert for Pit Fighter, a game which I absolutely can't stand. Although saying that, I used to like playing it on the arcade, you know, when it first came out. I don't know if it's just because of the graphics, but there's something that did appeal to me. Then we have got rubbish SNES platform fodder. Chester Cheetah, don't know if anyone remembers this character, and they're giving that 38%. And I remember that just getting bad reviews in absolutely every magazine. Then it's Muhammad Ali's Heavyweight Boxing, 39%, awful. Although you still got a poster of Muhammad Ali in it. A game that I still can't get into all these years on, and I have tried fairly recently, Echo the Dolphin. And when this came out on the Mega Drive, everyone was raving about it. I don't know if it's just mainly because of, you know, the graphics, and yeah, it did look stunning, but they're giving it 95%, and I just can't get into it at all. I'm sure it's an alright game, but I don't know if anyone, you know, agree with me, you know, saying they absolutely hate it, or disagree. You know, there might be some people out there who absolutely love it, but I just can't get into it at all. Again, another SNES one-on-one beat 'em up, Fatal Fury, 60%. Obviously, Neo Geo series, probably a lot more popular on there as well. And I think that's just the thing with all these one-on-one beat 'em ups. It was always, is it as good as Street Fighter 2? No, nothing was really. I'm just going to move this along a little bit. A game that I have got now on the Mega Drive. Yeah, it's up there, so I'll just check my shelf. Megalomania. Now, I've not played the Mega Drive version still, even though I've had it on my shelf now for a couple of months. They've given it 88%. I played it quite a lot on my Atari ST when I was growing up. Done by Sensible Software. Well, the computer version was. I could do with playing it again because I used to really, really enjoy it. Then, just move along a little bit. Still one of my favourite games of all time, and it's a 4-page review. It's Streets of Rage 2. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about this too much because we do mention it a little bit in episode 1 of our podcast. Streets of Rage 2 basically just did everything a lot better than the first game. They've given it 88%. I still think that's quite low, but again, I'm quite biased. Next up, we have Dragon's Lair 3 on the Amiga. Never actually played this. It's not really been rated that highly. Obviously, it's got the stunning graphics, but 35%. So, I don't know if anyone else played that. Then, just moving along again, we've got a couple of Amiga games here. We've got Sleepwalker, as mentioned before, 79%, and underneath a game I've never played but it looks absolutely fantastic, Dark Seed, 90%. I do remember that coming out, but I've just never ever played it, not even on cheaper ways of getting hold of games, we'll say. Just moving along a little bit. It then goes on to the tip zone, obviously a big part of the TV show. One of the first guides is a game I got rid of because I couldn't get into it. Wallow to the Rescue on the Mega Drive, where obviously you're a little elephant, you've got to basically rescue your friends. And then we've got a 2-page guide to an adventure game, never played it, Curse of Enchantia, and this is on the Amiga, I think it was on, so I don't know if anyone actually played that. Axley, Another World, which again I've mentioned previously, an absolutely fantastic game. Around this time, nearly every single magazine featured this. Street Fighter 2, it was all about basically choosing your fighter, memorising the moves, and that's really the best way to get better at Street Fighter 2. Choose 1 or 2 characters and master them. So then you've got some action replay codes, again popular at the time. I've still got my Super Nintendo action replay down there. And then it's more or less a few adverts and the mail order sort of companies advertising, and then that's it. That is Gamesmaster issue 3. Like I say, still going all these years on. Keep obviously checking in. I will keep posting more and more videos, looking back at some games, pickups, some old magazines, a mixture of everything. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.